Awesome, man.
All right, folks, it is Thursday. I think all the days are the fucking same now, but I am here, and this one's special because I got Ernesto, the handsome bastard from Modern Mimes. Right here. There you go. Move my beard.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
I
there
love it,
you
man.
go. I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Anybody looking for a sweet fucking hoodie, talk to Ernesto. Modern Mimes
Thanks, man.
Music. There you go.
Thanks, brother. I'm glad you dig it. Looks good on you.
Thank you. Fuck. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So you're in Florida.
Yes, sir.
How's everything in Florida going?
I mean, I can't complain, dude. It's all right. Believe it or not, the weather is actually better than it usually is. It's about 74 right now. That's pretty much the only thing, the only thing I can brag about.
It's the only positive thing.
Traffic sucks as usual.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's still kind of, technically we're open,
Mm-hmm.
but not really because shit. I mean, I still got to put a mask on to go in the gas station and Walgreens and shit. So,
Yeah.
but again, man, I can't complain. We're all right. We're doing all right here.
Good. Yeah, the whole pandemic thing has really just fucked everything up for everybody.
Oh yeah, especially for touring musicians and bands and shit, dude. It's just such a shit show, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait for it to be over if it's ever gonna be over. I mean, I have high hopes, fingers crossed, but
Well,
we'll see.
I thought it was going to be over after the election. I thought that was the thing.
Well, the thing
Still
is
going.
that the election's not over yet either. It was supposed to, it was supposed to be over yesterday, right? Some shit
What's
like that.
happening? I'm in Canada, so I'm completely
Oh
oblivious to
man,
all
dude,
this.
I envy you. I envy you so much. I First of all, I've only been to Canada once, and it
Let me
was
guess.
it was
Ontario.
Windsor.
Yes.
It was Windsor, and this was back in. I was touring with a band called Joan Red, and
Okay.
we played a show. I can't remember the name of the venue, but from Detroit to Windsor was like a night and day difference in just how clean and nice everything looked. I mean, it was expensive as shit, but whatever. We were playing a show. We were,
Really? Even with your guys' dollar, hey? Huh.
well, I don't know, man. It was just we went to a bar. First thing we did was go to a bar, and I remember thinking
Absolutely.
like, damn, the beers were pricey. But then again, I live close to Miami, so I can't really say shit because Miami's really expensive down
Is
here.
it? Is it?
So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, the small amount of time that I did have in Canada, I had a wonderful time, and I'd love to go back and see how things are now. And how are you guys faring with this whole thing?
Uh, where I'm at, I'm in Saskatchewan, so I'm in the middle of the country, right above North Dakota, like 3 hours from the border, 2 hours or 2 or 3 hours from the border. I've been there a couple times, but today was our first day with triple digits for
Oh no shit.
cases. So for the longest time, like we were pretty good because it's a pretty spread out place up here. So, we weren't doing too bad, but just today, 100 and 130 some cases, which is nothing compared to what the States is going through, like 9,000 fuck whatever a day. Like that's crazy. But we were only having on a high end when this all started in March, we were getting maybe 10 a day, maybe.
Really?
Some we weren't having anything. And it was like
Wow.
none for like a couple of weeks. And then today was 130. So now they're making masks. Now, just now, they're making masks mandatory indoors at stores and shit like that. And they're saying like, now I guess Canada has decided to recognize that it's airborne probably, and you need better masks and shit. And if you're going
Right.
to be indoors with people outside of your household, you should be wearing masks. And it's like, fuck me, like what the fuck is happening? But I don't know. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I don't fucking. I take it seriously, but like it doesn't really change much for me because I stay home as it is. Like I stay home with my
Yeah.
kids. My wife has been working from home since March.
Yeah.
I curbside pickup, whatever. It's fine. Other than that,
Yeah.
I do the
Sure.
podcast. Stay the fuck away from people, anyways. It's fine.
Yeah. No, just do the best you can. Well, with the hard times, it's one of those things where you never really know. It could, if you get it, it might be very mild, or depending on whether or not you have pre-existing cases of any kind of health issues. You could get
Exactly.
it bad. I know Adi's grandfather had it. He was a good while in the hospital. He
Oh,
pulled
really?
through.
Oh,
Yeah, he
thank God.
pulled through. He's an older gentleman. He's almost 90, but
He made
he
it.
made it. Yeah, he
Great.
made it. So thank God
That's
for that. But
awesome. No shit.
yeah, yeah,
But
man.
then you hear about kids dying. So like, who the fuck even knows? That's the problem. Like,
Exactly.
nobody
This is the
knows.
weirdest shit I've ever encountered, man. And who knows if it's, if it disappears and then comes back and God knows how long. We'll see.
I don't know. It's,
We'll see.
it's impossible to know. Nobody ever thought we'd see anything like it to begin with, but here we are.
No, no, and here we are, right?
So,
But stay positive. Keep doing what you do, and you know, it is what it is. That's what I've been telling people.
it is what it is. Just got to do the right thing for what you think is safe, and away you go.
That's right.
Let's talk about this festival you guys got coming up next year. Holy shit. The bands on that are fucking crazy. You tell the people some of the names on that list I saw.
Isn't it sick?
That's
Dude,
fucking ridiculous.
it's insane. And it's funny because this is the second announcement that we were supposed to play this past July, but of
Right.
course, due to the horse shit that's going on, it got postponed, and with good reason. I understand. Everybody's trying to take their proper precaution, but come 2021 July, man, I really, really hope that no bullshit goes down, because I'm so excited to play this festival. And Wisconsin is just one of those places that we've played a few times, and everybody's awesome. Everybody supports music and musicians, and anywhere from national bands to local bands to just your average garage band starting up band. They're just very supportive people, dude. And dude, we've had a blast every time we played there. So I'm really looking forward to it, man. And yes, you're right. The bands that are on that bill are insane. Even the bands that we're playing with on, technically we're playing the pre-party, so it's the day before the actual festival. But I mean, Queensryche and Slaughter and Stitched Apart and Black Moods. It's gonna be a fucking party, man. It's gonna be insane.
The Black Moods are on that too, eh?
Oh yeah, yeah. We played with those guys. We played with those guys at the last tour we did, which was back in March.
Nice.
We did the Night for the Fight in Wisconsin, and
Nice.
what a great group of guys, man. We actually had a really good time talking to them, and they're great musicians and a great live band. So yeah, dude, I had such a blast.
I had those guys on here a couple months ago. They're fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
God. It's funny because I won't forget there was a fan that was talking to us, and then before he started talking to us, he was hanging out with them, and he was telling me that the singer looked like Heath Ledger, and then from across the room he just yells out Heath Ledger, and the singer turns around, and we all just started dying laughing. Fucking awesome.
You probably did hear that a lot. I thought the same fucking thing too.
Oh, did you really?
I was like, look at this guy. Handsome bastard. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That was good. That's awesome. Well, fuck yeah. So since I've been familiar with you guys through Curtain Call, you've got, first of all, your fucking cover of My Own Summer's crazy. It's amazing.
Oh, thanks.
But then you got Hand That Feeds. That's fucking dope too. And then Portals and Paranoia come out. What the hell are you doing? What's next? And now another song coming yet? Yeah.
So weirdly enough, we tried to do something a little bit different than what your average, what the bands were doing before and even during COVID. We planned on releasing a song every month until the album comes out. And it's funny because we didn't really tell a lot of people, but when the album does come out, we're hoping possibly March, April of 2021. Not only we're going to release the album with the songs that we already put out, but we're going to do like a B-sides thing.
Nice.
And maybe like a couple bonus tracks, maybe a few more covers, who knows.
Nice.
So, there's a lot. The only really good thing about this whole lockdown thing is that it's given us time to really reflect and really plan out everything that we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's worked so far. We've been getting really good responses and really good engagement with the new singles, and it's just like building back up. It's almost I tell everybody we almost had to start all over again, but yeah. I'm kind of glad we did, because now we can actually do it a different way rather than put out one song and then let 4 or 5 months go by, then put out another one, then put the album out. You lose. I guess you lose momentum. But speaking of which, since we technically had to start over without touring, we could put out a song a month and get the engagement back slowly but surely. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of our plan. So yes, we do have another track that we're putting out at the end of this month.
Nice.
And then we did do another music video for another song that we're putting out later, or maybe early next year. Okay. So there's a lot in the bag, man. There's a lot of stuff that we're going to be doing, and we're really excited, and we're glad to have people like you and everybody that supports us, kind of joining us on the adventure, man.
For sure. And for people that don't know, you play the guitar and bass at the same fucking time. How do
Yeah.
you do that? My
So,
God.
so yes, I get the question. How I honestly don't know how the fuck I did it. Like I started doing it, but it was a weird organic thing that happened because I don't know if you know, but Adi and I started out as a duo. Modern Mimes was a duo before we
Oh,
had.
see, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So we were a duo for quite some time. I want to say for like a good 2 years, were her and I writing.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even know that double neck guitar bass existed.
I didn't either. That was the
No
first
fucking
I'd
idea.
ever seen it.
The only thing that I ever saw was I don't know if you're familiar with Michelangelo Badio, who's one of the greatest guitar players on the universe, but he's got four neck guitar. So it's basically one goes this way, one goes that way, one comes down, and he plays all of them. Yeah, he's insane. Look him up. I'll send you the link when we get off here. You gotta fucking see this guy. He's out of control.
Yeah.
So Adi got me that double neck guitar bass one year for my birthday, and I was blown away. I was like, holy shit. And I picked it up. It weighed about 45 fucking pounds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if this is a good idea. So then I started playing with it and practicing. And just like anything, practice makes perfect, I guess. And it's just gotten a little easier now. But it's a bit, I'll be honest with you, it's a fucking pain in the ass, dude.
It seems cumbersome. It's just like, fuck you. Come on.
Bro. I gotta lug around a bass amp and a guitar amp and a massive pedal board with guitar pedals and bass pedals. So, but you know what, dude? I wouldn't have it any other way because I love doing it now. And I do get the question, so why don't you just get a bass player? Why don't you just get a guitar player? Well, because I really don't want to be honest with you. You know, I like what we have, and I'm just sticking with it, dude. You know what I mean? So.
Well, you were happy with the two of you, and it was working well with the two of you. You brought the drummer in, you're good to go. But why add another personality if the three of you are meshing well and you can play two of the instruments? Fuck it.
I tell you what, dude, I've been in a lot of bands, dude, and I've been in bands with 4, 5, 6 members.
Yeah.
There's always something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's hard to find, kudos to all these guys that have bands that are in, like, they have like 7, 8, 9 members, Slipknot, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Like the way, I mean, how they did it, I have no idea with all those personalities and all these peoples, and kudos to them. I can't do it. You know what I mean? It's been tough. I mean, even being in a 4-piece band was tough to get everybody in rehearsals and all that shit. So I'm happy where we're at now. And plus, Adi's my wife, so I could literally roll over in bed and be like, "Hey, let's go practice."
Yeah, I got an idea for
or no later or whatever. So it works out.
That's great. That's awesome. That's fucking cool. So is she, who writes the lyrics then? Is that like a team effort?
She writes 100% of the lyrics. I'm an idiot.
Awesome. Okay.
I am I can't write lyrics to save my life, man. Like I've tried and I'm just going to stick to my day job of playing guitar. So I just can't, I don't know. There's nothing comes out. You know what I mean? But awesome. She's great at it. She's been doing it since she was like 5.
Nice.
So she's got a lot to talk about, a lot to say. And it's funny because if you talk to her, she'll be the first to tell you that she'd rather tell you how she feels through a song rather than like explain it to you in words. You know what I mean?
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
It's easier that way sometimes.
Yeah.
That's cool. How did you guys meet?
Oh, dude, we actually met when we were in high school. We met through some mutual friends, and we dated for a bit, and then we broke up for a bit. We dated again, broke up, and then I went on tour with a band called Another Black Day back in 2007, and we toured for a few months. Unfortunately, the band broke up. There was a few, we had a few issues and stuff like that, but we did a lot. We toured with Drowning Pool, Five Finger Death Punch.
Wow.
We got to open up back in 2008. We got to open up for Stone Temple Pilots at Kansas City Rock Fest. That was cool.
Holy shit.
Alice in Chains. So we did a lot of cool shit. Unfortunately, I guess it wasn't meant to be. It didn't work out. So I joined a few bands after that. Those didn't work out quite as well either, but that's okay. Shit happens. And then I kind of I stopped being in bands for a little bit. I actually got sober. I was major alcoholic, and touring. I guess we'll do that to you.
Yeah, 100%.
So got sober. Her and I got back together. We got married. And then literally out of nowhere, we just started fucking writing music.
That's
And we're
awesome.
like, you know what? Yeah. We're just like, let's just keep going. Let's keep doing it. See what happens. So,
That's
and
great.
here we are.
That's awesome, man. You said Five Finger Death Punch. Now, I was a huge fan of Motograder. Remember them?
Yep.
Wasn't that
Oh,
Ivan?
yeah.
Ivan from Motograder was Ivan
That's
from
right.
Five Finger Death Punch. Yeah, that's too bad.
So a lot of people don't know that Five Finger Death Punch was technically started off as a super group when they had Daryl. They had Daryl from Wasp.
Yeah.
And it's Ivan from Motograder. And I'm pretty sure Zoltan was in another band I can't recall right now, but a lot of people don't know that they were a super group. And then, I mean, and I had no idea they were going to blow up so big, but they seem to be doing really well. And, you know, kudos to them.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. That's cool. And Stone Temple Pilots, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Legends.
Oh, dude, that was a major night. I'll never forget that, man. It was a huge festival. It was Kansas City Rock Fest.
Nice.
We were on the second stage. We played kind of early, played like 3 or 4 o'clock. So we got to see all the other main stage acts. We saw Seven Dust, we saw Shinedown, Ashes Divide was there. I think Alter Bridge was on main stage as well.
Okay.
Killer festival. I mean, shit. Yeah, that was super fucking badass. Nice. And I'll never forget it. I got to stand on the stage, like on the side of the stage while Stone Temple Pilots was playing. And yeah, dude, what a fucking moment. I had completely forgotten that I played that day. I was there as a straight up fan, just like a baby
with the best seats in the house. Yeah.
Freaking out 5-year-old. But yeah, no, that was definitely super cool.
Oh man. That is so crazy. Well, good for you, dude. That's awesome. Fucking. Thanks, and you said you played with Dry Kill Logic too back in the day?
Oh, dude, I played with Dry Kill Logic back in like 2004 or 5, something like. I was really young. I was like 17 or 18. There's a venue down here called the Culture Room, and they were really big into letting the locals open up for national bands and helping out. Unfortunately, they don't really do that much anymore, just because, and I understand why. I think they're getting a lot of packages where they draw a lot of people anyway, so they don't
I think if you're doing that though, like I worked in bars many years as like event bars and shit, and they would always have at least one local opener at this place,
right?
And they, certainly I can see if you have like a 5-band touring package, you may not have the room, but if you got 3 or 4, throw a fucking local in.
Sure. Yeah, no, that's how it used to be. And down here, the scene back in early 2000s, the scene down here in Fort Lauderdale, Miami was huge, man. It's dwindled down a little bit. There's a town down here called Wynwood, and there's a lot of hip hop and a lot of Latin music, which is really cool. That stuff blows up down here. But I don't know, as of lately or as of a couple of years ago, I haven't really seen too much from the metal crowd. Maybe I'm just not going to the right places, but I would love to see some of the local venues and local promoters put on some more local bands with some nationals, man. It really does help. It really does help spread the word.
For sure, yeah, it's awesome. I remember seeing I saw Sepultura came through, and I got to walk them to the stage. That was fucking sick. And
hell yeah.
I can't remember who the local band was, but it was just like buddies, right? Like just homies were fucking opening for Sepultura. It's like, that's so cool.
Well, that's how it was back
then. Same with Lacuna Coil. I saw Lacuna Coil, walked Christina Scavy to the stage, fucking walked the tour bus, all that shit. And local openers,
Right. Yeah, that's how it used to be. It was a scene, man. It was like 10 bands, and we were all friends, and it was like literally just 100 of us, and we would all get to open up for nationals, and it was kind of surreal back then, thinking about it now. I mean, I miss it like a motherfucker, I wish we could go back to that, but things change, and people grow up, and shit happens.
Yeah, well, I talk about that a lot too. I like our local scene here. We used to have, so you could have a 5-band local bill, and you'd pull in, I'd say 400 or 500 kids to come into this fucking place, just for a local.
Oh yeah,
be packed out around the block. Like that's
how we did it. That's how we did it, man. And then, now, we go on tour, we go somewhere that's, maybe 20, 30 people show up, and it makes you miss, it makes you miss the old days, but I still love it, dude. I've played for literally 0 people. Like I played literally where the bartender literally left the fucking room, and it was the sound guy. The sound guy was on his phone, and we're just like, whatever, shit happens,
Just play.
Just play, man. I love playing. I was telling a guy earlier today, man, people forget that musicians love being musicians, We love it. And you know, even though this whole COVID thing is holding us back from certain things, it's not holding us back from everything. You know, we still fucking love what we do, and we're still gonna do it. So
yeah, you can still play.
oh fuck yeah, you can still play. Should I play today?
Yeah, yeah. Are you recording yourself when you do these recordings, or are you taking it to a studio?
Well, so for this album, we did go to a studio.
Yeah.
Our drummer Justin lives out in New Orleans, so we went and recorded most of Portals there.
Mm-hmm.
We did a couple songs here, actually in this bedroom where I'm at now.
Nice.
And but those are we're gonna release those a little bit later, and then maybe some of the B-side stuff we'll release, you know, just ourselves. That's another thing. During this quarantine, that's what I've learned to do the most is, you know, just record my own demos and learn Pro Tools. And
yeah,
you know, I had to do something. I was freaking out. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I just come off a tour. We just came back from the tour with Anything But Human, and yeah, and we did a few radio events. We did Night for the Fight in Wisconsin with the Black Moods, and we came back expecting to go back out, and then this whole shit went down. So I got a little depressed that first week, and I didn't do much. And then I'm like, I got to snap out of this shit. So I started, you know, Adi started learning Pro Tools, and I kind of took over. I bursted her bubble, and I'm like, let me try this. And then I kept going with it. So yeah, I was recording a new cover today that hopefully we'll maybe put out sometime soon. Ooh. We'll see if it comes out good.
That's exciting. What's the cover? Don't tell me. I want to be surprised.
Okay. You'd never expect it. No, I don't think anybody would expect it. This is way off the wall. This is nothing like Deftones or Typo Negative or anything like that.
That Typo cover's fucking sick too.
Sure. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, we loved it. That was such a weird moment for us when that happened. So the little story behind that, if you want to hear it, yes. Kenny Hickey from Typo Negative, he basically leaked it. Mm-hmm. He got a hold of it. Our manager at the time, he knows Kenny, he knows the guys from Typo. He sent it over. I was like, hey, check this out. Not expecting anything. That same day, he leaks it on his Facebook page. And my manager calls me. He's like, hey, dude, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm laying on the fucking couch. What's up? And he's like, so Kenny Hickey just fucking shared your video on Facebook. I'm like, what? Okay, so I run upstairs. I'm like, I got to put this out right now. We were planning on doing promo. We were planning on fucking doing like a bunch of shit for it. Right. Everything that you should do. Kenny Hickey leaks it. I'm like, okay, no more promo needed. No press, no nothing. There it is. And I put it up within like, I don't know, maybe a couple hours. It was up like 2,000-3,000 views. People commenting on it. They love it. They hate it. Mixed responses, mixed reviews. It's, you know what, dude, and it's fine because the hate, I get where the hate's coming from, because if you're that much of a Typo Negative fan, then you're cool in my book, no matter if you love or hate my songs. I love Typo Negative. It's one of the first bands I actually got into when I was a kid. So that was a real honor. Actually, I'm still on cloud 9 about him sharing it.
Yeah.
So big honor for me, man.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's so funny. Love it or hate it, but I think that I don't think there's anything that people could fucking like really super hate about you guys. Like, you're super talented.
But you know how it is. I appreciate.
I know
how it is.
Yeah, people are shitheads and they don't fucking appreciate what's good.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're right to an extent, but then again, you know, art is one of those things.
It's subjective. I get it.
It's subjective, and you put it out there, and you kind of either have to expect. I guess you expect both sides, the best and the worst. So. Do
you remember the worst thing anyone's ever said about anything you've done?
Oh, dude, there's so much. Oh man, if I
this is depressing.
Oh man, dude, there's so much. It's unbelievable. I don't know. I want to say. Fuck, I think somebody almost borderline like gave us a death threat because of that Typo Negative song. I don't remember. I'd have to go look at it, but it was this girl who was like just super upset about the fact that we covered that song and we made it the way we made it. That she said some shit like, you guys have to stop right now or else, and she said some other shit. And then I'm like, okay, you know, time to stop interneting for a day. You know what I mean? So I just blew it off and I stopped. But yeah, that's probably the one that sticks out the most. And then kind of a different subject. We played a show in Tennessee back when our first tour, Knoxville, Tennessee. We played, I'm not going to say the name of the pub, but it was a place in Knoxville. And we show up. We had to play for an hour and 15 minutes. And we're like, okay, no problem. Mm-hmm. We played. And and the bar packed. This was the day before Halloween. Packed bar. We're on stage, we're playing. After the first song, thank you, crickets. Nothing. Nobody gave a fuck. Nobody. And I'm like, all right, maybe they'll like this next one. We play the next song. Crickets again. We play the next song. Crickets. Nobody. One guy clapped. And then we're like, okay, fuck. This is going to be an hour and 15 minutes of me totally hating today, you know? Oh, and so somewhere in that point, I just said, fuck it. I'm just going to play, then we're going to get out of here.
Yeah.
So we played. We fucking got off stage. Nobody cared. But then everybody came up to us like, dude, you guys were great. Where can I buy a CD? I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
What? They're like, yeah, you guys were awesome. How much are your CDs? Where are your T-shirts? Where are you guys from? Bro, I'm like, you
What
motherfuckers.
Are you
I'm like, you motherfuckers have I said it to them. I'm like, you fucking people, you guys have a weird way of showing that you like a band.
Was that them just trying to be respectful?
No, come to find out,
Okay.
that venue is notorious for having Grateful Dead cover bands, and that's it. Like they'd never seen anything like us. And I'm like, what? Like,
You killed them.
Said that to me. Hey, we're used to having like Grateful Dead tribute and cover bands and blah blah blah. We've never seen anything like this. So to be honest, we were a little freaked out. I'm like, okay, I guess I get it. But you know what? It was cool. Afterward, we made our money. We made some money. We made some fans. You know, we still get fucking people from Knoxville like hitting us up. So, you know, I guess it was somewhat of a success in a weird way. I don't know.
That's awesome. Did they not clap for the Grateful Dead band?
I don't know. I didn't want to ask that because I didn't want to be rude. I didn't want to like make them feel uncomfortable. I didn't want them to know that
you don't want to be like an asshole and so
sure
for me, right? Like
right.
But as a musician, it's like just even one of these.
Right.
Goes a long way after.
One guy clapped on his way to the bathroom. You know,
he was clapping because the urinal was free. Yeah.
Sure. Here's the stage. Here's the fucking hallway to the bathroom. He walks by. He's like, I'm like, one guy. Hell yeah. That's all it takes. Yeah, one guy.
On his way to piss. Yeah.
What a fucking night that was, man. But hey, that was our first tour, man. Our very first tour. We were a duo. We were doing it. We were touring in a fucking RAV4, little fucking RAV4, the Toyota RAV4.
Mm-hmm.
Saved money on gas, which was great. So can't fucking complain about that.
Saved a ton of money on gas. You like 90 miles to the gallon on those fucking
Bro, it was incredible. We did a tour with Wayland, and we were still a duo. This was maybe 2 years ago, and toured in that fucking in that little that little car, and we rocked it, dude. We were staying in hotels, fucking, getting cheap hotels and just fucking paying like, I don't know, $20 of gas every now and then. That's about it.
Jesus, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Where besides Knoxville, where was the worst place you guys ever played?
Ooh, so we've played. I don't know. That's a good question. We've played some places where it's just really hot and like no AC, like middle of like not such a great area.
Mm-hmm.
We got to keep constantly checking the van and making sure that
no one's stealing
shit.
shit. Yeah.
There's just so much, but it's weird though. A lot of those venues draws the most people.
Mm-hmm.
There's a place down here in Miami. It's called Churchill. It's been around for, I want to say, either 30 or 40 years, something like that. It was Marilyn. I think it was Marilyn Manson's first show ever was there.
Really?
And yeah, and this place is in a pretty shitty part of town. But guess what? It's a notorious venue, and everybody fucking goes there. I mean, they were having shows like all week. Like, they would have shows on a Monday night packed. They would have shows on a Thursday afternoon packed. So very well-known place. But again, sound was not the best. Hot, shitty part of town. But you know what? We played there, and we loved playing there. We played there at least 10 times.
Nice.
So, it's kind of give and take with venues. I mean, we played some incredible venues too. We played, the Rock House in West Dundee, Illinois. We played, the Bourbon, in Lincoln, Nebraska, the Bourbon Theater. Really, really cool spot. Played a lot of good places, played a lot of crappy places. But you know what? At the end of the day, we played. So that's what matters.
You're happy to play either way.
Oh, absolutely. As long as I don't have to pay like $10,000 to play, I'm fine. Which happens.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
How does
Oh
that
yeah.
work? How can okay? Here's my here's my thought on that. If you're getting an artist to come and play, why the fuck would they have to pay to be on it? Why would you? Why? I don't know. I don't know.
So I think it's because they want to cover their costs. They want to cover their asses. You
Yeah.
know,
But
they
if the
open up.
headliner that you're opening for can't do that on their name alone, then fuck it. Why is that your problem?
Exactly. I know, dude. I'm sure you already know the industry has its
It's fucked.
weird
Yeah.
shit. So
It's fucked up.
yeah, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's a fucked up system, but you know what? It's been like that for a long fucking time, and who knows if it'll get any better.
Hmm. I remember
You know?
I opened for Mad Child, who's a rapper.
Yeah.
He Me and my buddy had a hip hop group. Last year we opened for Mad Child. That was awesome. That was our biggest one we've done. But you had to sell X amount of tickets to
Right.
get on the bill type thing. And that was fine. We sold the tickets, but we were going to get asked again to open for La Coca Nostra, which would have been fucking crazy. Ill Bill and Slain and all those guys. But this time the catch was we had to sign a contract that said if you didn't sell X amount of tickets, you had to buy the ones that you didn't sell. I'm like,
Yeah.
why in the fuck would I pay to play anything? If you're
Yeah.
asking me to open and I'm not getting paid either way to open, I'm not fucking paying to play.
Oh yeah.
Fuck
It
you.
it happens a lot, man. It
I
happens
hate it.
more than you think, and unfortunately, there's bands that do it,
And
and
that's
it's
why it
sad
keeps
because
happening, right?
yeah, dude. We there's a venue down here that did it recently, or a few years ago. We didn't have to pay, but I guess the headliner, they didn't know if they were going to draw enough people, so they were like, hey, if you don't get at least 20 more people in here, you're going to have to pay like $200-300 to finish the show, and and this was before any band went on. So
Mm-hmm.
we all got together. We're like, hey, we either say fuck this place and go find like a house party,
Mm-hmm.
or like a house where we can do a house show,
Mm-hmm.
or just fucking call it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, look, we have at least 20 or 30 more people coming. You guys have at least 10 or 15 more. You guys have 5 people. It's going to be fine. It turned out to be fine. But still, just the fact that they came out and they were like, if you guys don't fucking sell these tickets, or
It's
don't pay
your
us this
problem
much,
and you're paying for it. Yeah.
sure, sure. It's fucked up, man. You know? I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's a very strange system that they have in some venues, but and the funny thing is that you're making money. You're making money anyway. You're making money off the bar. Plus,
Yeah,
throughout the week you're gonna have a fucking dance club night. You're gonna have
exactly.
the drag night, whatever the fuck you do, and that's gonna bring your people. You're gonna tell me that you're hurting because one show didn't have
Yeah.
100,000 people in it? Come on,
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
bullshit. And don't a lot of venues in the States take a cut of merch as well?
Some of them do, yes. When I was on tour with Drowning Pool, the first tour I did. Some venues did take a cut of merch, and we had to sell our merch for the exact same amount as the headliner. Which, if the
That's
headliner sells
insane
a
because
T-shirt
they're selling for $40, 50
40,
bucks.
50, $60, we were trying to get like $20 for or as much as we could at that time. You know what I mean? But some venues were like, hey, you got to give us a cut, but for what? I didn't understand it. You have a full house, you have a packed house. Every seat is sold. What do you need? What more do you need? You know what I mean? Well, to cover this, and that, sound guy, and then I'm like, why is that? Why is the
But
opening
all
band
that comes
stop?
out of the tickets. Why is that your problem?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But a lot of but yeah. To answer your question, a lot of venues do it, and it just really sucks. Or they just don't want to pay like the local openers, which is fine if doing it for exposure. But then at the end of the day, if you want to have them back, let them do their own show. Pay them something. They're there to entertain your crowd. They're there to
Yeah.
bring business, bring awareness of your venue. Musicians get undervalued quite a bit in the States.
Yes.
I don't know if it works a lot in any other countries, or I don't know.
Yeah. It's not right now. Now I just think about everybody that's missing live music now.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking, oh, I wish some of those musicians I saw 3 years ago were able to still fucking play a show,
Oh fuck yeah, man. Oh dude, I'm dying. I think our first show back is in February, dude, and I can't wait. And you know, I don't even give a shit what time we play. If we're getting, I mean, we're getting paid for it, but if he would have been like, hey, can you guys just play? It would have been like, fuck yeah, we'll play. You know, dude, it's incredible. Like I'm dying to play a show. Like, I mean, people don't understand that for musicians, playing a show is almost like a stress reliever in its own, and it's an escape. You know, it's an escape from work, everyday life.
If you have to choose between being paid to play and playing and not being paid, you know, you take playing every time because that's.
Oh, dude. If somebody told me that I would never make any money playing music, I'd be like, I'm still gonna play music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm still gonna play music. I'm not making money now. I play music every fucking day. So
Nothing's changed.
Why is it gonna change? You know?
Exactly.
So
change gears. You guys have some super good videos. I love them. Do you work with the same outfit for every video?
we have, yeah. So we did a video for Stare, Mind Lies, Portals, and we did one more that we're gonna be putting out in January. The guy's name is Joey Durango. He's a one-man crew. He's
Nice.
out of control, the guy. He's done videos for Lorna Shore. He's done a lot of videos for like bands on Sumerian, big labels, a lot of metal stuff. The guy, he's got such a vision, man. He's got a good eye, and he knows how to work like around the clock. Like that's what impressed me the most. We did 2 videos in one day. Every time that we've done the 4 videos, we did in a matter of 2 days, basically. So Stare and My Lives, we did it in a day, with the exception of like maybe 15 minutes the next day. And then Portals and the other video that we're gonna put out, we did it in literally like 11 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. How good for him.
Yeah. Joey Durango, if anybody's watching, wants some good music videos, he's out of Sarasota, Florida. The guy's incredible. He's always busy, always got shit going on. Busy guy, but really cool guy, and just incredible director, he has incredible filmography. He's insane, man. Guy's crazy.
And just a one-man crew, so that's how he can go so fast. He doesn't have to be like, hey, no, fuck you. You stand over there. He's like, I'll do it myself. Yeah.
Oh, he does everything himself. I mean, you know, I offer to help him all the time because I see him hustling, and I'm like, dude, you know, whatever you need, you let me know. Whatever's gonna make your day a little bit easier, please. You know.
Just sit down. I got this. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, no, don't worry, just rock out whenever you go up there. I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. You're right. Let's do this.
That's fucking dope, man. That's cool. Did you hear the new Seven Dust album yet?
I did.
What'd you think of it? No?
I don't know, dude.
Come.
I have to listen to it again. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
When the first single came out, fucking forgot the name of it.
Blood and Stone, I think, wasn't that it? No,
Yeah,
that's
Blood and Stone. Yes. Yeah. I was like, okay. It's not bad. Then the album came out, and I heard all the songs, and now I really like the single. And the album is, to me, it's not bad. I hate to say it because Seven Dust is like my number one. It's not hitting me as hard as some others, man. And you know what? It is what it is. I think it's either, I don't know if it's because my musical taste is changing, or if it's just what they did on the album, or if it's just, I don't know, maybe it's me. But man, when I go back and I listen to like Home and like, you know, Animosity, Cold Day Memory, when I hear those albums just fucking hit me for some weird reason at those times when they came out.
Yeah.
This one, like I said, it's good, and I still listen to it. But it's not hitting me, man.
Yeah.
You know? Same thing with the Deftones album.
Ooh.
Deftones album, like I love White Pony and Around the Fur a lot, dude. I still listen to those albums every fucking day. And then this one comes out, I'm like, okay, first 2 singles, pretty good. Not great. Let's hear the rest of the album. And then I'm like, all right, you know, it's just not hitting me. You know what I mean?
I was super hyped for the new Deftones because White Pony is one of my favorites. I love Diamond Eyes. I thought that was a fucking
Oh, dude, absolutely. No,
amazing.
Diamond Eyes, shit, I think that came out in 2010. Diamond Eyes was perfect for when it came out. Perfect when it came out. In fact, I saw them in 2010, 11, and then 2012 as well. I saw them every time they came down to Florida, and they put on a fucking incredible show. That's the one thing about Deftones; they always put on a killer show. I'm always happy to see them live. Yeah,
for sure. But that one, that too kind of fell flat a little bit for me. But Home, like you're saying, Home is one album I can still put on anytime, and it's
I
still
listen to it all the
fucking
time.
good. It's a
I've
classic.
literally I bought Home 2 different times because the
Yeah,
first one that I bought, actually I lost it when I was on tour. And
yeah.
then when I came back, I'm like, I gotta go buy. This is when people bought CDs. I went to FYE, believe it or
Mhm,
not,
mhm.
and I bought the album again. And dude, I still listen to it. I love
Yeah,
that album so much.
yeah,
I really do.
yeah.
The debut album I love as well.
Yes.
Animosity, Um, but yeah, I mean,
When they
I'm
went from,
probably gonna listen to it again though, the
yeah,
new album.
yeah, I give it another go. It's
Yeah.
not bad. It's nothing will ever be Home or Animosity from them. Those two are like perfect.
Oh yeah.
And I remember when they went from Home to Animosity. I didn't like Animosity that much when they went from Home, but I had to give it some
It grew on
time
you.
to
It's
marinate
very
and whatever.
different.
Yeah, it's completely different, but in a
It's
good way.
very, very different.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what came after Animosity? I think it was Seasons.
Seasons.
Uh,
You're absolutely
yeah.
right.
And it's funny because
Seasons was
again,
good
when I
too. I
first,
didn't mind Seasons. It was
dude, sonically, Seasons is probably their best overall sounding album. Like the production on it is incredible. You know
yeah,
what I mean? But what hits me, man, is like that like denial and like fucking,
awful.
waffle, dude. That's probably the first. I think that's the first song I ever heard from Seven Dust, believe it or not.
Yeah,
And that hit me immediately. I'm like, holy shit, who are these guys?
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And I've seen them, so they're probably the band that I've seen the most is Seven Dust. I've seen them at least 15, 20 times,
That's
some shit like
awesome.
that.
And
Oh yeah.
I've only seen them once because they've
Oh,
only come to Canada or to my city maybe 2 times.
right.
Came here once, but I saw Seven Dust. My sister fucking bought me a ticket for my birthday. They were like, here, go. I was like, oh my God, this is the best. And I saw him in some shitty little whatever. I could not believe how fucking short LeJohn is. He was like up on a box so you could see him. Like he's so jacked and such a powerful voice, and he's just a little guy.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
Super cool though.
Oh
Super
yeah.
cool, man.
Yeah.
I actually, the first time I've met him a few times, believe it or not. And I'm never that guy that like, hey, you
Yeah.
remember me? I never
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
But I met him at Kansas City Rock Fest when we played out there back in '08.
Mhm.
And dude, I just saw him walking from a distance, and it was the first time that I was ever like kind of like frozen,
Starstruck?
like
Yeah.
kind of, yeah, in a way. I didn't never get like that. But I just kind of stood there and I was like, should I say something? And
Yeah.
then he's getting closer, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna walk away before I get stupid and awkward. And then he says hi to me. He's just like, "What's up, man?" I'm like, "What's up?" And then I
Yeah.
flipped out,
You're LeJohn. Yeah, I know who you are. Yeah.
And then I flipped right. Then I flipped out, and I told him I was playing there. And he's like, "Hey, man, if you want to come have a drink on the bus or whatever," and I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" I never did because I'm an idiot. But yeah,
Yeah.
I had to do the whole festival thing and run around like a weirdo.
Could have been crushing beers with Seven Dust.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah. Great band, man. Great
That's
band.
awesome.
I'm gonna give that album another listen. I'm sure it'll grow on me. I've had a few of their albums I didn't like at first, and then they grew on me. But I definitely will give it a shot.
Was there the one they put out, killing the flaw or something like that? Was that one?
That's another one of my favorites. Kill the
That's
Flaw.
a
Yeah,
good one. That's a really
that's
good
a
one. And
really
I
good
was
one.
skeptical, but actually, one of my favorite ones they did is that acoustic when they did that Southside double wide.
Oh, dude, yeah, I have the DVD
Me too.
somewhere.
Yeah, I
I have
used
it
to. I
somewhere.
lost it. It's fucking great. Brilliant.
Actually, you know
Brilliant.
what? Hold on. I'm fucking almost certain that I have it in here somewhere. But yeah, let me look through this. I know it's in here somewhere, dude. And if not, then I gotta fucking find it because
You
I
gotta
know I
find it.
have
Yeah.
it. Yeah, here we go.
That's her, bud. Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
buddy.
So many memories. God damn it. That was perfect. That was another perfect album. Fuck's sake.
It's one of those things, dude. Seven Dust always, for me, seemed to put out an album when I was feeling a certain kind of way,
Yes.
and it always correlated with the way I was feeling.
Mm-hmm.
It's the weirdest thing. That's why I love Seven Dust so much. And
Yeah.
they always felt like I was related to them in a way.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Well, it's anything they've done resonated with you, and like you said, it depends.
Right.
I think it depends a lot where you're at in your life when that album comes out. Like you think so, Home, that was like 2000. 2001
2001.
ish.
Yeah, something like that.
So I was like, yeah, like 17, needed that, you know,
Right.
good one. And then I think it's hard during this pandemic to put in like to have an album or something resonates. So everybody's so just like, fuck it, fuck everything. If I can't go
Yeah.
see it live, fuck it, you know.
Yeah.
It's like some wall that's up, not meaning to be or whatever. It's like meh. Like
Well,
I'm a huge
even
NFL fan. Haven't watched
dude.
the game. Haven't watched the game this year. I was like,
No, I can only imagine, dude. I mean, it's hard. It's become so hard for up and coming bands
yeah,
because social media right now is all about COVID. It's all about the election.
yeah.
It's all about people bickering and disagreeing with each other, and
I hate that.
you know who's you know, and it sucks, man. You know, we used to get so much engagement on social media. Now I can tell the reason why it's kind of dropped a bit is because of what everybody's talking about. You know what I mean? And I don't know the entire logistics of what's getting blocked and what's getting prevented from being seen,
Mm-hmm.
but it sucks. I really hope we can get back to business, man. You know,
back to business.
that's all I
Just
care about.
getting along and fucking playing shows again, and just whatever's going on in the universe that makes everybody an asshole, just past it.
Go away, right?
All have fun. God damn it.
That's right. That's right. No, I'm with you. I'm with you 100%, man.
A lot of bullshit, man. Well, fuck,
Yeah,
dude. It's been a pleasure talking to you. I'll have to get you back again in a month or two.
oh, for sure, man. Anytime, dude. You let me know. I'm always down to fucking hang out, dude. It just sucks, and it sucks that you're far away, dude. We could probably, you know, hang out in person sometime.
Yeah, if you ever come
I'll
to
see you. Oh, I hope to
Flatland.
see you at a show one day, man.
In Canada, yeah, come up here. I'll find
That's right.
you come to Canada.
Right.
I'll go to you wherever you're at.
That's not either. We'll do both, man. We'll go. I'll go up there. You come down here, man. Love to have you.
Fair enough. That's cool. Well, take the last couple minutes. Tell us how we can support you, dude. Where can we find your music?
Hey, dude, we are everywhere, man. First and foremost, we are on modernmimes.com. You can literally Google Modern Mimes and we will come right up. We are on facebook.com/modernmimesmusic. We are on youtube.com/modernmimesmusic. We are on instagram.com/modernmimesmusic. We are on Spotify, iTunes. We are on Apple. We are on Google. We are everywhere.
Find them. No excuses, goddammit.
That's right. That's right. And if you want some merch and you don't know how to find me, you can't get a hold of any of the social media stuff, just shoot us an email, modernmimesmusic@gmail.com. I'll get back to you and I'll make it happen.
That a boy. Yeah, you will. And you get one of these. Like this. So it's cozy. I'm not fucking lying to you. It's a good fucking
That's right,
site,
man.
It's classic.
Oh, yeah. It's fucking great on you, dude.
I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate you taking the time. I know you got.
Oh, hey, dude, anytime. Hit me up anytime and we'll fucking chat, man. I had a blast, dude.
Yeah, cool. We'll do it again soon, brother.
All right, brother.
Take care, man.
Be safe. Take it easy, dude.
Yeah, you